arrow right here that says pumpkins. So I can fit it. Okay. Everybody feel like they understand what a Pareto chart is? Okay. Okay, now let's look at the time. Right now, we've got 22 minutes left of class. I was going to teach you 4 graphs today, so we have 2 choices. Number 1, do you want to just get the homework right now and work on these 2 graphs in your homework, and then do 2 new graphs tomorrow, and then do 2 more homework graphs? Or do you want to learn all 4 and then have tomorrow just be a work day? You want to learn them right now? We're going for it? Oh, Callie was disagreeing, but now she's agreeing. I feel like also Grace was disagreeing, but now she's agreeing.
I didn't really care either way.
We don't care much. Tristan, what do you think?
Get them all done.
Get them all done. All right. Next. Next thing we're going to do is a time series chart. A time series chart is a line graph. Time is always going to be on the x-axis. And the y-axis depends on what you're graphing. Okay, who wants me to pick on them?
I know you would want to, so,
You want to go for it?
well, I know you want to do it.
I do want to do it. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're picking on Tristan, because perfect. This graph is going to be called Tristan's awkwardness. You heard him volunteer, right? Over the years.
I'm pretty sure I have the same one in 8th grade.
Yeah, I think I might have done this with you in 9th grade or something similar. Did you volunteer for that too?
I think I did.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Now, we're not going to start at the beginning of time, so I'm going to put a break right there. I assume you didn't exist at the beginning of time?
Not that
No, you don't remember that? Okay. All right. Let's see, Tristan, you're in 11th grade, right? So we'll go back to 6th grade. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. I mean, I know that you're aware that I enjoy teasing you, but you also know that I like you, right?
Good.
Okay, good.
I have friends, I know this.
10. Make this about 5. Okay. Tristan. On a scale between 0 and 10, and 10 being majorly awkward, 10 being like wanting to die, saying one word out loud and being like, hate myself, right? Like that kind of awkwardness. That's a 10. 0 is being like, I'm never embarrassed. I would never be embarrassed about anything. I could poop my pants in the middle of this room right now and I'd be like, what? You know, like, okay, so the question is, how awkward do you think you were in 6th grade?
Probably put it at a 9.
A 9. Okay, so you're pretty awkward. You're pretty awkward. Tristan's starting at a 9 in 6th grade. And that makes sense because middle school is peak awkwardness for almost every person. I feel that with my whole heart. Julie, if this was Julie, she might be off the scale right now in 6th grade because, yeah. I think if I even said Julie out loud when she was in 6th grade, she would have just melted into the floor and cried. All right. 7th grade.
I'd say go down by one to like 9th grade.
Okay, all right. So you're saying that this is like a 9. Let's see, I got a 9, 8, 7, 6. So like 9's there. 8 is about here. I'm just eyeballing this. This graph you will have to do on graph paper when you do your own. Then we went down to a 7. I'm just writing these next to it just so I know what I'm talking about. Are you saying like a 9th grade was about a 6?
Yeah.
So we went from 9, 8, 7, 6 to 9th grade. 10th grade. 3. Ooh, you don't care anymore. I like it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So we went down to a 3 in 10th grade. Okay. Being nervous about what people think about you. Worse or better than since 10th grade? Better. So we're now at like still at a 3 or we're at like a 2? Dang, Tristan. Tristan's making some emotional progress. I'm not. I'm still. If you said, Laura, you pooped your pants in front of everyone, I'd be like, well, I'll just go walk off a cliff then. 'Cause okay, this is a time series chart. So everybody can see that this is Tristan's awkwardness going down over the years. Congratulations, by the way, Tristan. I also think, for the record, I think Julie's awkwardness has gone down over the years. For example, I'm saying her name right now, and she doesn't look like she wants to die. I don't know if she'll ever hit a 2. I mean, that's maybe when you're like, ooh, can you imagine like 85-year-old Julie, like old lady, who's like, just deal with it. Like, I feel like she's going to hit that stage of old lady where she doesn't care. Yeah, for sure. And Tristan's going to be like the grandpa who always wants to take you fishing and hunting. Can we all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's a time series chart. It's a line graph. It always just goes with time. So this could be like 2000, 2001, 2002, etc. You always, everybody look, circle this. You always have a time break here because we're never starting at the beginning of time. The only time you wouldn't is if, for instance, if I was doing like grades with Tristan and I started in kindergarten, which is truly the first year he was in school or pre-K or whatever it was. Everybody understand? So unless you start at the first of something, if you're doing like years, you are going to have to do a time break because there was always years before that. All right, last one that we're learning about today is a scatter plot. Does everybody know how tall they are? Do you know how tall you are, Grace?
5'2".
Okay. How about you, Julie? 5'2". Luke? You don't know how tall you are? Julie, stand up. Luke, stand up. I'd say 5'3". Sorry. You're sweet. 5'4"? How about you? 5'8". Okay. So what we're going to do today is we're going to measure the length of our middle fingers because that's funny. Anybody have a problem with me being funny? No, because personal finance did this morning when I tried to make a joke that was great and no, not a single person laughed, Callie. You were in there.
I didn't get it at first, and then when I thought about it, then I understood.
It was a great joke. I talked to everybody.
It was funny.
It was funny. We were talking about credit card statements, and I said, what does a new balance mean? And then Connor's like, oh, that means how much you owe now. And I was like, no, New Balance is a type of shoe.
Oh, okay.
And the whole room, literally everyone in the room did this. And I was like shoes. And they were like,